Oh, here not. That might have worked. Oh wait, it's working.
It is?
I think. Well, it says. Wait. Oh yeah, I think it's working.
Oh, I see it.
All right. Yeah, I need to reset this.
It's not letting me click on it. It's being weird. But I think I'm just having trouble. Here, I'm gonna switch accounts to something different and go to it and see if I see it.
All right.
Yeah, it shows that you're live right now.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
I see it. It's live.
But can you hear me like talking? Can you hear me
Yes,
talking?
you can hear yourself talking, yes.
Alright, nice.
Yes.
Good. Alright, well, I'm probably going to stream then. Alright. Thanks.
Got you.
Thank you, man. Alright, see ya. Alright, what's up, guys? Took a while to figure out the streaming stuff, but finally, I'm happy to say, hopefully, this will work out and I'll be able to live stream for you guys. Alright, so basically in today's live stream, we are going to be doing a tier list. And basically, I'm just going to be doing this off of MLB Stadium. So, but then also, if you have any recommendations, make sure to drop them. Here, I'll try to keep looking at the chat to see if I get anything else. Alright, guys. So to start off, once again, we're going to be doing the stadium one. And the first stadium we got here is the Rogers Center. So I've been to about 13 stadiums, but I've not been to the Canadian one. But from the looks of it, it looks pretty nice. I know it's a dome, it can close, but at the same time, it does look a little generic in the outfield at times. But I've also seen the Jose Bautista clips, so where like the fans go crazy. So there's a good environment there. The Canadians are proud to have their one baseball team. So honestly, what I've seen at the Rogers Center, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna put it in B for now, but I can definitely change that. Alright, so this is the old athletic stadium. I know they're not playing there anymore, but we're just going to stick with this because the tier list is kind of old that I found. I want to put this in F. I mean, it is old, I guess, so maybe it's a little bit there, but it's not that old that it's really, like, historic. And it's just, like, as you can see in the outfield there, just very, very plain. I mean, this is not a lot to the stadium, to be honest. Not really a good crowd. The fans don't seem to care much about the A's. And there's a reason they left. Alright, this looks like the Rockies. I have been there before. It's a really cool stadium. It's really big, and also the elevation's cool. The fans are mediocre. I mean, they're not obviously the best team, but still the fans show up occasionally. I saw them when they were playing the Phillies, and I remember they won one, lost one. But this is a pretty cool stadium. I mean, with the elevation. If I remember, there's some mountains in the background. I'm probably going to put this in the A tier because, honestly, it's a pretty cool stadium, like, with the whole layout. And then there's, like, the big scoreboard on the left, and you just get to see a lot of home runs, too, because of, the elevation. And then I sat in the upper deck when I was there, and it was pretty cool to look down because you're so high up. Alright, next up, it looks like we have the National Stadium. I've never been here either. This is a stadium I actually haven't seen a lot before. It's probably, like, one of the stadiums I've seen the least before. It looks kind of generic, to be honest. I mean, if you look at the backdrop, the city looks pretty plain. Here I can look up Nationals Park, so you can get a bit of a better view. I mean, at nighttime it looks like it'd be kind of cool, but if you look at the background, it just doesn't really look like it shows Washington, D.C. very well. It looks like it shows some almost rundown buildings. And then the scoreboard's nice, the batter's eye is decent, but it still looks like an average new stadium. It doesn't look the best, doesn't really look that bad, so I'm putting it in C tier for now. Nothing really special. Alright, and now we got Tropicana Field. This is a stadium, I have not been to this one either, but this stadium does not look very nice. Obviously, it's I think it's the smallest or second smallest beyond Progressive Field in capacity. It's only around 29,000 people. It's inside because it's so hot in Tampa. They're not playing there anymore because of obviously the roof came off. But back when they were playing there, I watched a few games there, like not live, but like I watch the Cubs on TV playing there, and it looked. I think it gets more hate than it deserves, because it's an indoor stadium. But I kind of feel like it's kind of cool how like the whole dome works, and it's just all trapped inside. And they did do a decent job decorating the outfield, to be honest. So, although it's not like my favorite stadium by any means, I honestly am going to put this. Just like I'm gonna look up a better angle right here. As you can see, they did an okay job decorating out there, although it can get a little plain up here. But I'm probably going to put this in D tier. I mean, I think it's better than the A stadium, but it's still... Alright, there's an E tier. That's kind of weird. But I'm putting E tier because it's just... It's not really a good stadium, but I think it's underrated slightly still. Now we got Kauffman Stadium by the Royals. I used to not love this stadium, but it actually kind of has grown on me a bit. I always thought like the scoreboard looked kind of weird in the outfield, but I feel like I kind of like it now. It looks kind of like an old vibe, and I kind of like it. It looks kind of like a smaller market team, and I appreciate that. And then the hills in the background look pretty cool. And then you got like the fountains and stuff. I think there might be a waterfall even over there. So I've never been to this one before. I was gonna go to last year, but last minute we decided not to. But I'm gonna put this probably in C tier. I don't think it quite cracks B. I think it goes above Nationals Park. I think it has more authenticity than Nationals Park. But yeah. Sorry. And then Chase Field. I've been to this one. It's pretty cool. It's really hot there. If I remember, it was inside, or at least there's a retractable roof. I went like a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago. I honestly like the stadium a lot. I mean, they got like a cool outfield park. I don't think it's amazing. If I remember the outside, park, like, was kind of weird. Like, they had like this barbed wire over like some of the stuff where they stored stuff, which I just felt was kind of weird and almost ruined the vibe. But I still feel like it's a cool stadium to drive from afar, from outside. If you look, I remember it has decent amenities. Looks kind of weird in this photo, honestly. But this is where they host the combine. I'm not sure if they host it every year, but I know at least last year they hosted it here. And they got the pool in the outfield. That was cool. I think I sat down the third base line. And they played the Yankees. I think the Yankees destroyed them. If I'm right, actually, the Yankees, I think, had more fans than the D-backs there. Partly because the Yankees have such a big fan base, but also because the D-backs don't always show up with their fan base, which is kind of a problem. I feel like they did a good job decorating the outfield. You can see like this poster / banners up there. Even their sponsors still kind of cool. And then you got the center scoreboard. So I feel like that stuff's cool. I'm gonna put this one in B tier. I'm gonna put it ahead of Rogers Center, just probably because I've been there, and also, but I feel like there's still like a difference between like Coors Field and this field. I feel like some of the top tier stadiums, they just represent their city the best, and then also they just look cool and have good amenities and stuff like that. Next up, is this the Twins? Yes, the Twins Stadium. Never been here once again, so we're starting off with a lot that I've never been to. But in the show, I've played the Twins Stadium a lot. It's always really bright, the batter's eye, so I don't feel like the batter's eye is very good. But nonetheless, I feel like it's like kind of a cool stadium, one I'd want to go to sometime. If you look at it from this angle, there's a little bit going on in the outfield. It's cool with the city line and stuff, a sky view. And then there's the batter's eye, which it looks cool with the Twins thing, but I feel like sometimes the sun shines down still. But I still feel like this is just like an average MLB stadium. Nothing really special. Nothing that really makes it stand out a ton. Obviously, I mean, there is the Twin Cities in the background, but I'd probably gonna put this in the B tier. One I would want to go to, especially since it's not super far from me. I mean, probably still a few hours, but I'm gonna put this one slightly behind Rogers Center, just because I feel like Rogers Center just looks like more like a big stadium. Here, I'm gonna need to take a minute. I'm texting this one guy, and something's going on, so it'll just be like 1 minute. Sorry. I apologize for that, guys. I'm trying not to take too many breaks as I enjoy this stream, and hopefully you guys enjoy. But even though we don't have any viewers yet, as you can see, it's still fun, guys. So if we don't get a ton of viewers, you gotta realize I'm just doing this for fun. Alright, so that's Giant Stadium, dude. This stadium looks so sick. It's such a sad story, dude. Me and my family are gonna go, because me and my dad are trying to hit up all the stadiums. That's why I've been to 13. But we're going to go to San Francisco. Our flight got canceled because this flight outage. We couldn't go. So I would have been done with the NL West if I would have been able to go to this stadium. But this stadium looks sick. I mean, like the bay out there. I don't think you can see the Golden Gate Bridge. That'd be pretty sick if you could. But still, it's the outfield beautifully decorated with the classic Coca-Cola, and then and then I feel like it does a really good job of still decorating the outfield and showing this stuff, and then Levi's Landing, but like it still shows like the ocean too, which I feel like it's a really good blend. And then obviously there's the big scoreboard, which I feel like perfectly does the job in the straight center. Yeah, I feel like honestly this might be an A-tier stadium, if not an S. Like I feel like this is probably one of the nicest stadiums, one that would just be like a dream to go to. So sad I couldn't go, but I'm probably gonna put this in A-tier for now, only because I haven't been there. I'm probably not gonna put many in S if I haven't been there, except maybe like Fenway or something. Alright, so far I'm gonna put that in front of Coors Field, because yeah, this looks really cool with the backdrop. City Field, I've never been here either. But it seems like a pretty cool stadium, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, it looks like a cool, like, big city stadium, like packed seating all around, cool scoreboard out in the center. And then I think there's a river out here, if I recall, but can't see that obviously. So yeah, sorry, I'm just checking my stream real quick, but I feel like it's like a pretty cool stadium. It wraps around all the way. Never been here once again, but would like to. I'm gonna put this one in high B tier. I feel like it kind of sacrificed some of like the team feel, if that makes sense, like team brand, almost just for making like more seats, which I don't love. The outside does look cool, but I'm gonna put this in high B tier for now. Maybe if I went there I'd put it in A, but still, I'm gonna put this right behind Chase Field, I'd say. Alright, next we got Camden Yards. This is a stadium that I've always wanted to go to. I've heard this is one of the nicest stadiums in the MLB. Very kind of I feel like it represents the team well. You got the warehouse out in right field, just a classic right there. And then you got the skyline still of Baltimore to some extent. I mean, it wraps around all the way. It has some good seating in left, and then some seating in right. I think there's like a bar over there and stuff, so some nice amenities. And then if you look at the location, it looks like it's in downtown Baltimore. So, it looks like a really cool stadium. I mean, once again, a stadium I've always wanted to go to. I like the stadiums that are like medium sized, kind of like this, not like overstacked with seating, but because then it doesn't sacrifice the views too. So that's kind of why I didn't like the City Field as much. But this one I feel like has a lot more touchy feeling than that. So I'm gonna put this up in A tier. I'm probably gonna put it ahead of Coors Field, behind Oracle Park still though. What is this? Oh, Angel. I went to this one. That was like 3 or 4 years ago though. Angel Stadium. This one was like an average stadium. I feel like I was kind of disappointed for being in LA and stuff. They didn't really incorporate the city as much as I wanted. As you can see, it's cool, like grass in the outfield and stuff, and then scoreboards are kind of mediocre. But yeah, I don't think it's anything special. I think I went on opening day, if I recall. I remember there's out here, I'm not sure if you guys can see my mouse, hopefully you can, but out in left field there's this tall angel thing that was rotating. I don't know why it's not in the picture, but yeah, I feel like this stadium is honestly just, once again, another mid-tier stadium. Probably one of the stadiums probably built around 1990 to 2000-ish, maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. So I feel like it's a lot of stadiums built in that time period, and they're all just kind of a little bit generic. I feel like this one kind of holds that, nothing super special that represents the team. They do have some grassy areas out there, which is kind of cool. But the backdrop, for being in Anaheim, I feel like they could make it better. There's no skyline or anything. It's just kind of flat. So probably going to put this in B tier stadium. Let's see. Could I put it in C? I might put it actually in C, behind Kauffman Stadium. C tier is not bad. It's like mediocre. So if you're an Angels fan, don't be offended. I mean, who is an Angels fan, to be honest? But anyways, next up, this is the old Ranger Stadium, I think. So I'm gonna do the new Ranger Stadium. This is an old tier list or something, so they haven't updated it. New Ranger Stadium, not been here. That's here. I think it's the old one, right? Oh, is this a new one? Hold up. Not sure. No, this looks like an old one. I don't know. This is the new one, I think. I think it's the newest stadium in baseball, like 2022 or 2023. I think was when it opened up, give or take like a year, maybe. Probably more take a year, but this is. I feel like it's kind of disappointing for being like such a new stadium. I feel like they didn't like really showcase like, I don't know, the technology of new stadiums, so that makes sense. I mean, it's kind of cool. I think it closes, but which helps with the heat. But overall, it's kind of playing in the outfield, honestly. They got some scoreboards, which hang from here, which looks kind of cool. But then, like, it also looks kind of weird, to be honest. There's not really good batters. That kind of clean, plain green, and then yeah, it's got seats wrapping all around. Not a ton of authenticity to the Rangers name. So I'm gonna put this one in probably low B tier. I mean, obviously it's a nicer stadium because it's new, but for being a new stadium, don't love the vibe. I might put it behind the Twins because I feel like the Twins is just more like, when I say touchy, I just mean like it more represents the team well than the Rangers one does. Okay, the Dodgers one, I went here just a few months ago, so this one's still fresh in my mind. I saw Shohei Ohtani hit a walk-off home run. It was crazy. Fans of Dodger Stadium, they're pretty die-hard ones. You say all the Dodgers fans are bandwagons, but that's really not true. I mean, I'm sure some are, but honestly, when I went to Dodger Stadium, they were pretty legit fans. I mean, there's probably 40 or 50,000 fans, probably like a Wednesday or Thursday night, which was probably one of the first weeks, so that kind of makes sense, but still. I mean, they show up pretty much every night. As you can see, it looks like it's packed out. It's like the biggest stadium, 56,000 or something. I think it was also built in like 1956 or something, so it's the third oldest stadium. A lot of people say Dodger Stadium is not really that good of a stadium, but honestly, I feel like it's probably one of the best stadiums in the MLB, at least that I've been to. Like, as you can see, like the backdrop, like I honestly like it. Like it's hills, it shows like the LA vibes a lot. There's two scoreboards that are like kind of like horizontal. I'm not sure what the word is. I can't think. Like symmetrical to each other. I'd say that's the word. So I kind of like that vibe. And then it's just a big stadium, but I feel like it still like holds the LA heritage very well, which I appreciate when teams can do that. So it's an old stadium. Obviously, I remember the stairs weren't the nicest. The amenities, I think they were overpriced because the Dodgers are good, obviously. But one weird thing about this stadium is like it wasn't exactly in downtown LA, so like you had to drive like through this like almost like weird road to get there, and then it's like not that's like since it's not like downtown, it's like there's such a big lot, and it's like you like go through these gates just to get to the parking lot, and then it's like you're already in the stadium. It's kind of weird, but it felt like a bigger lot than a lot of other stadiums because it's probably the biggest lot in all of baseball. But I'm probably gonna put this in A tier. Most of the Dodgers are just a fun team to watch. They're like literally like overpowered. But I'm gonna put this behind Oracle Park. And then what is that up there? Is that Camden Yards? I'm gonna put this in front of Camden Yards, honestly, because it's just like a cooler stadium. It's just like bigger, and then the backdrop might be slightly cooler. And then I think it's a really cool stadium. All right. Next up, we got Fenway here. Fenway, I mean, oldest stadium in baseball. I think it represents the Red Sox literally like perfect. I mean, even though it's old, I don't feel like it got renovated as well as like Wrigley, but I still feel like I mean look at this, like the Green Monster, one of those classic things in like all of sports stadiums, not just baseball stadiums. I mean, and they still got like the Boston skyline in right. I mean, they got the short porch in right. There's so many iconic things in the stadium. This is probably number one on my list that I want to go to in stadiums. Can't believe I haven't been here, but I'm gonna put this in S tier, our first S tier, right here. I think it deserves it. I mean, oldest stadium in baseball, and it's probably the coolest experience to go there. I mean, so much history and stuff. And we got Miller Park now. I've never been to Miller Park, which is kind of surprising because it's only like 5 or 6 hours away from me, I think. But yeah. So I mean, pretty nice stadium to be honest. I mean, it's like a newer one, so it's kind of like classic in that way. But like, I feel like it's kind of cool. It has like the some kids areas over here, like the slide and stuff, which is kind of cool. And then they got the big scoreboard in the center. And then yeah, it just wraps around. I mean, from the outside it looks pretty cool, honestly too. So, I mean, nothing like super special, but honestly, I feel like the stadium is one that doesn't get talked about enough and being like maybe top 10, top 15 stadium in the MLB. So I'm probably gonna put it in A tier, honestly. That might be a bit of a stretch, but I think I'm gonna put it in A tier. I'm gonna put it behind the Rockies though. It's like the bottom of A tier, but I think it's slightly better than Chase Field. All right, here probably a little over halfway done. Let's see, we are 16 done, so just over halfway. All right, now we got Phillies Park. What's that called again? Can't remember what it's called for some reason. Citizens Bank Park. Yep. All right, so this always looks like a cool park, like just like how it like accompanies the Phillies with like the red seating. I feel like more stadiums honestly used to do that, where like they make the seating like the color of the team. I feel like it just adds a lot to the vibe, and it's really not something that's probably that hard to do. I mean, the only thing I might wish is maybe they have a scoreboard in right, if like they could make the seating a little lower. I feel like that would make it better, honestly. Because yeah, there's only one major scoreboard, and that's in left, and it's not super big. I don't want them to put a scoreboard in the center though, because that gets rid of the city skyline. But I'd say this is a solid A tier stadium. I mean, I feel like for the newer stadiums, because I think it's a newer stadium, it's probably one of the top tier ones. It's fun to watch games here, like on TV, as I've never been here. But here, what's that, Dodger Stadium? I might put that a tad behind Dodger, behind Camden Yards, and then put it ahead of the Rocky Stadium. So yeah, here's this Petco Park in San Diego. I went here a few months ago. It's honestly one of the nicest stadiums I've been to. It's just really, really cool stadium. I feel like San Diego is just a great vibe to the city in general, and Petco Park is just an amazing stadium. So, I mean, look at this. I mean, that's just beautiful, right? Like, I think I sat like out in the. Where did I sit? Did I sit in the right field? I might have sat in right field, honestly, when I went here. But it's just a really cool stadium, and then I kind of wish I would have sat over here, because then I would have seen the skyline a lot more. But it's really cool. This cool scoreboard over here. If you go behind like center field walls, actually, there's like an area you can walk, and it's like still in the stadium, but there's like those guys in stills walking up, and like they take photos with like kids and stuff, and it's just a cool environment. And then they got the Western Metal Supply Co. or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I'm not sure if it's an ad or what, but like it's just classics. Then yeah, Skyline's just beautifully put it into there. It's almost like painted it into the background, which is just amazing. I think this is like, this is amazing watching a game here. They were playing the Braves back when the Braves were like 0-7, and they beat them. So, yeah, I think this is a top tier stadium. Then will be easily. I'm gonna put this in A tier. Don't think it's quite S tier, but I think it's ahead of Dodger Stadium, honestly. And then Oracle might be ahead of Oracle just because it's like bigger and like it still has a skyline. And also I've never been to Oracle, so I can't quite rate it accurately. Next up we got this is Great American Ballpark. I've been here several times. Yeah. This is actually an underrated stadium. Like, it's got like kind of homey vibes. I feel like it's just like Reds are honestly like they have a decent fan base, but I feel like they're still like a smaller market team. You know, it's overlooking the rivers, and Cincinnati, which is a smaller major league city, but it's still like nice. I feel like, you know, it's just a good environment wherever you go to a game. You know, I feel like the Reds fans show up, but also the opposing team, and it's just like, it's not like they're diehard fans as much. So it's not like they like the Dodgers. Like those fans are like crashing out whenever something happens. So, you know, these fans are just chill, and I respect that. I think, you know, they have those fireworks in center to shoot up. That's cool. And then if you go in the right arm, you can see like the bullpen and stuff. So that's cool too. I mean, probably put this in B tier stadium. I don't think it's an A tier stadium, but I think it's actually an underrated stadium. Once again, well, it's hard to say. I might put Kauffman higher. It's hard to say. I mean, what's this stadium? Oh, this is the Rangers one. It's Twins. I don't put this at the bottom of B tier. It's about an average stadium, but people don't talk about it enough, I feel like. Like it's a solid MLB stadium. This is the Brave Stadium. I've never been here either. Let's look at this. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool, honestly. I'm not sure how much you can see the skyline if you're down here, because it looks like this might block it, but I don't think it's called SunTrust anymore. It's called something else. Truist Park, yep. But it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of tight. Looks like one of those, you know, new stadiums, but I feel like they did a good job putting the scoreboard in the center. I like that probably more than the side ones. And then, yeah. I mean, it's kind of plain in the outfield. They do have a skyline, but to right, there's not really much. I feel like they could have maybe put a scoreboard there or something else bigger there, considering there's no skyline they'd have to block. So probably put this in like B tier stadium, like, you know, maybe C tier actually. I think it's probably better than Great America. That's the thing. Might have overrated Great American. Just might be like biased because I've been there probably more than any other stadium. I'm put it right behind the Rangers and in front of Great American. Kauffman just looks kind of plain. That's why I put it down here. Like, it has a cool scoreboard, but like, yeah, the hills look cool, but they have like nothing else along the sidelines, I feel like, which just makes it look kind of like plain and boring in a way. Alright, is this the Mariners? Yes, that's the Mariners Stadium. I have been there before. It's been like 4 or 5 years. At least, so I was pretty young when I went there. But, it's really cool, honestly, with like how they have like the skyline out to the left. They moved it a little bit over, so the skyline was more like centered, like right here. That'd be really cool, but it's still a cool skyline. And then they got like, it all lights up at night and stuff. The T-Mobile Park sign or whatever. And then, yeah, I think the scoreboard out there is nice. I think it has nice amenities. It had like, I think a Hall of Fame inside for like Mariners or other stuff. And then I remember also you could buy like, I think it was like foul balls from actual games, and they're only like $7 They think they're pretty cheap. Maybe they're more than that, but I think they're pretty cheap. So I hadn't buy one, but that was cool. Still seeing that. And then, yeah, they have the banners up there. I mean, I feel like this would be a great postseason environment if the Mariners could ever make it. Which I might make it this year, to be fair, but still. I'll put this in A tier stadium. Let's see. Probably put it in front of Miller. And then Rockies. No, I'm not going to put it in front of the Rockies. I'm going to put the Rockies in front of the Phillies, actually. And T-Mobile in front of the Phillies. That's probably good. Alright. What is this stadium? Oh, Yankee Stadium. Yep. I've never been to Yankee Stadium. It looks kind of like, honestly, for the Yankees being as big as they are, I feel like the stadium's kind of like mediocre. I mean, outside it looks classic. You can see like, you know, like the arches, like, you know, like the infrastructure on the outside. Not sure how to call that, but like if you look here, like, yeah, the Yankee Stadium font's cool and the Delta thing's kind of classic, but like it just looks kind of plain. Like there's all these scoreboards are crunched up in the middle. I feel like they should spread them out more. And then, yeah, it just feels like so dark and like almost secluded in the city that like I don't feel like it represents the like New York super well. Like if they would have had a skyline, I feel like that'd be cool because I mean you kind of get a skyline, but not that much extent. So probably put some B tier, honestly. I mean, it's classic, but I just don't never really like loved looking at the stadium. Put it right in front of the Twins, probably. All right. Oh, now Wrigley Field. Okay, I'm a Cubs fan, but honestly, this probably is my favorite. Probably my favorite stadium in the MLB. I haven't been here in a while, so it's kind of sad, but because prices are so expensive. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's just like we need a picture of the Ivy here. It's just like this skyline, like you can see the Chicago skyline, like the outside area from all the stadiums I've been to. It's probably like the friendly confines. It's called that for a reason. It's so friendly of an area. I mean, it's got great amenities. Like the thing about Fenway compared to this is, yes, the Green Monster's more classic, but then you got the Ivy here, and also I feel like compared to Fenway, this is like the seating's much more comfortable, at least from what I've heard. And like, you still got the classic like scoreboard down in the center, right? So I mean, it's really only 2 years older, so like, yeah, it's like technically not the oldest stadium, but it's basically. So I feel like that's not really what they. But yeah, I feel like it's like a really cool stadium. And then, yeah, you got the rooftop seating. You got the Chicago skyline. I mean, yeah, it's the thing. It's like an old stadium, but it has, like, newer amenities, too. It's, like, renovated very, very well. So, I'll put this, honestly, in, it's probably my top stadium, in my opinion. I can get why you wouldn't put this in your top stadium. I guess I get how it looks kind of, like, plain almost in the outfield, but you gotta realize that's part of like the old timey vibes, and then also the skyline really goes well with it. And then I think the scoreboards are in good positions, and the batter's eye and the classic. I mean, I don't know. It's in my mind the perfect stadium. I even gotta do an inside the park tour once, and that's the way I like it, because it's like a big team, but they're not like building some big, mammoth stadium. They're like building like a tinier stadium. They're just keeping like the one they've had for so long, and I think that's really cool. All right. What's up, guys? So we don't have any comments yet. Make sure to comment if you... How long have you been live? Not even sure how long... Wait, hold up. Let's see. I think I've been live for like 32 minutes. Here we go. Hopefully the sound's working. And I've had it for so long, and I think that... Yeah, it's working. Sorry, that might sound weird, but... Yeah, I was making sure the sound's working. That's good. Alright. After this, we might do one more tier list. Unless someone else recommends one. And then we might be done. Alright, so... What was that? Alright. This is the Ranger Stadium, too. Is this the old one? I don't know, I'm not going to rank that one, because I'm not sure what exactly that is. That looks like the old Ranger Stadium. But we already had that, so... I don't really know. This is the Marlins Stadium, though. This one's not very nice, honestly. I mean... What's that, Lone Depot? Like Home Depot ripoff, but okay, that side looks kind of sick actually. But still, I don't like that like Marlins thing. It looks kind of weird. And then yeah, it's like all inside. It looks kind of like smaller. Not only like the ceiling stuff. It kind of just reminds you of like, I think it opens up, which is nicer. So it reminds me of like Tropicana, but like a little more spread out and nicer, and also it can open up. But still, it's just kind of like plain. Like being in Miami, such like a big vibrant city. I get how they try to do it with this, but like overall it's just like it's probably a D tier stadium, honestly. Right? Right, this is one of the stadiums that you can really imagine a great postseason vibe, and like that's what really makes the S tier stadiums. It's like, or like the A to B tier stadiums. You can see like if the team made the postseason, even despite like how big the fan base is, you can like imagine a great postseason vibe in those stadiums. All right, PNC Park. Wow, this is an amazing park. I've been here. Probably my second favorite, behind Wrigley that I've been to. I mean, look at this. This is insane. Like people don't talk about this as much. Like it is an amazing stadium. I went there on opening day, so the vibes were great too. Despite the Pirates sucking, it's probably because it was opening day. But I remember like there's like really. So we walked in this way. Hopefully you can see my mouse. But we walked in left of the PNC Park thing. There's like some statues and like Willie Stargell and other Pirates, like maybe Roberto Clemente was in there. Other Pirates greats. We walked like down below the bleachers here. then you can just walk around like along the river almost, like see all these bridges. There's like playgrounds out here for like kids to play and stuff. And then like we take our seats along the third baseline. Great views. I mean, you can see the whole city. You can see, right? Feel like it represents Pittsburgh perfectly. And then yeah, the bridge is like, I mean, it's an S-tier stadium, guys. I don't want to hear it. Like this is like the perfect stadium, honestly. Like you might not look so good on TV, but when you like watch it live, it's just it's probably the worst S-tier stadium, I'd say. But it's still like for modern stadiums, this might be the best, right? All right, Comerica Park. I went here. I think it was 2 years ago. It's a nice stadium. I saw the Red Sox play there. That's the old one. I was a little disappointed, honestly. I feel like the area is great. Unlike how they made it, like the Detroit stuff was great. Like look at the outside. This is sick. Like they have like these tigers and like this stuff. But then also like there's like it's like circus inside of like here. Circus area. It's weird, like inside of there. Can't really find a good picture. Comerica Park. I don't know, this is really that good of a picture, but it's like this weird like circus area where there's like a bunch of circusy stuff. It's kind of like, I guess that's kind of supposed to represent like Detroit and stuff, but like it's just weird, that part. I think the parking is nice because it's right next to the stadium. I probably put this in like a B tier stadium, but it isn't amazing, right? Like Detroit is not like the greatest city anymore in general. No offense to people living in Detroit. I mean, I guess I haven't been there a lot, but you know, it's just with crime and the population is decreasing. So, but I'll probably put this in B tier still. Probably bottom of B tier. But I'm gonna put it as top as C tier. Actually, I'm gonna put it right behind Kauffman Stadium. I would say. Right, like the miniature gate. It does feel like the circus area is weird. And I just feel like watching a game in general wasn't the most pleasant experience because it was just so hot, raining down, and then yeah, it's kind of nothing really in the outfield rather than this one place. So I don't know. Maybe I'm hating on it too much, but C tier's not bad once again. Now we're going to do Busch Stadium. I went here a while ago. There's a nice arch. You know, obviously you can see the great arch or whatever. What's it called? Crap. St. Louis Arch. I'm gonna put this in like B tier. Obviously I'm a Cubs fan, so it could be some bias. I'm gonna put it right behind Chase Field, I'd say. It's a cool stadium. I don't think it's like elite, but oh wow. Harrison Bader just got traded to the Phillies. Obviously with the trade rumors, gonna see a bunch of stuff happening, but that's interesting. Then the Padres acquired Mason Miller. Yeah, so I don't know. I wonder what big trades are going to be happening soon. But yeah, Mason Miller to the Padres. It's kind of weird because I feel like the Padres, after such a good start, they've really been kind of struggling. Like I think they're just a little bit above 500 if I recall. Padres. Sorry, I'm not trying to get too sidetracked, but what is A? What the heck is happening? Oh, they're 11 games over. My bad. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I feel like they could actually be contenders with that. Anyways, next stadium. Eek. Guaranteed Rate Field. I mean, look how this is such a boring stadium. Guaranteed Rate Field. I mean, I went here when I was maybe 7 or 8 years ago. It's been a long time. So, and that's pretty young, obviously, when I went there. So, I mean, I just remember sitting out. I don't remember a lot about the stadium, honestly, when I was there, but I've seen a lot of pictures of it. It looks pretty plain. I mean, I get how they're trying to do stuff, but there's no Chicago skyline at all for really being in downtown Chicago, right? And then I think the area right around it might not be too bad, but if you're 5-10 minutes away, there's some rough areas, you know, people talk about like O Block. I think it's only like 5 or 10 minutes away. So, it's not like an area you can walk around a ton. Then yeah, this looks pretty plain. Like, out of like the new MLB stadiums that have this kind of like vibe, I feel like it's probably like the worst one, honestly. So I'm putting it in E tier for that reason. I might put it behind. Put it behind Tropicana, honestly, because I feel like Tropicana is cool out. It's like indoors, honestly. But I did wish it would attract, but whatever. I thought there was a Minute Maid Stadium that for some reason they changed the name of. Yeah, why'd they change the name of the stadium? Like, Minute Maid was such a classic name. And then they freaking changed it to, like, Dakin Park. What the heck is that? Right? But I feel like with the train coming out, that's actually, like, sick. And then, I feel like this looks like a really cool park. Never been there. Put it in A tier. That's gonna be my list, guys. What should we put it behind, though? I don't know. Let's see if we got any comments. I do not have any comments yet. Come on, guys. It's coming, guys. Come on. We can do it. Be out. Is that one of you right now? Might be my friend, probably. But, anyways. I'm gonna put this in A tier? Question mark? Yeah. I'm gonna put it right around here, I think. So that's the Phillies. I think it's better than the Phillies. Probably better than T-Mobile. Probably better than the Rockies. Might be better than Camden. Probably slightly worse than Dodger Stadium. But the train really adds a lot to it. So anyways, that's my tier list, guys. Take a quick screenshot of that so I can remember this. If you guys like, please feel free to like comment anything. We do alignment. What's this? The heck is this? Let's look at the community rank, guys. So community ranks, they have Wrigley, Fenway, Oracle, PNC, that's valid. They have Bush and A, fine. Camden, Dodger, that's actually valid. Phillies, Petco should be A at least. Yeah, these are pretty valid. And then yeah, guaranteed rates down here. Lone Depot Park. Yeah, I'd say these are valid community rankings for once. But anyways, if you guys want to comment anything about my rankings, please feel free to do that. Now we're gonna be doing some MLB City Connect rankings. So this is always fun for me to do. I don't know why, but I'm kind of obsessed with MLB City Connects. And there's some really cool ones. This new Red Sox one, I have not even seen this one before. This is interesting. Better than the old yellow one? Maybe. But this one's kind of weird. But I guess I like how it goes with, like, because if you think they're only going to wear this at home, obviously. So, Red Sox City Connects. Like, yeah, if you, like, have them on the field, yeah, like, with, like, the green monster, it blends well with that. Still, I feel like they're kind of weird. Like, I don't really know exactly how this represents team colors or city. That sock cap's kind of ugly. Probably C tier. Honestly. Yeah. Astros. Did they get a new one? I feel like all these guys got new ones. I didn't realize they all got new ones. Oh my gosh, this is hideous. This Chicago one's so hideous, but that's for another time. Yeah, most of them got new ones. Didn't quite realize that. Astros, I feel like I like the old one better. Probably gonna put this in B tier. I feel like you really need to see someone wearing it. Oh, I got images. Yeah, these look kind of weird, honestly. Like, I don't like these hats. They're kind of retro. I might put this in C tier. Like, a lot of these City Connects that just try to do too much almost. Like, I feel like the ones that are simple but, like, a cool design, like, look better. The Serpientes, this is weird. Like, I don't know why they did this. Just a sec. But like the old Serpientes ones, like they're the same exact ones. I'm pretty sure, except it's like brown and gold instead of purple and blue, right? Like, am I wrong? So it's kind of weird how they did that. Honestly, I mean, I don't really feel like it matched. I mean, I get like the old Arizona uniforms, like the 2001 ones, which I love those, but they used to be these colors. But I don't feel like it really matched with the Serpientes or with the city. Probably another C tier one. Don't feel like any have been so bad to put in B yet. Probably the best in C tier. But still, Miami. I don't know why they had like. Maybe it's everybody has changed them, but like I really like Miami's old City Connects. Like they were fire. Like these are fire. These they're not bad honestly, but I don't like the font. Like the font kind of sucks. Like why it seems like such a plain font for a city that's like so like bold and diverse. Like that's why I like these ones because they represent the city so well. But these ones like the colors do, but like the font sucks. And then these hats suck. What does that even mean? 305? I don't know. It's probably some like Miami reference I just don't get. But put these in B tier probably. The old ones are probably A or S, but these are probably B. Dropped a lot. The DC ones, these are so plain, dude. These look like this literally looks like a shirt, like a plain shirt almost with just DC on it, and then like this stuff. Like it's so plain. The old ones are nice, like they represent the city well. Like these ones were good, but when you talk about these ones, I mean, like it's just so plain. And then the W's, that looks like the Chicago W when they win, which is copying them most. Yeah, these suck. These might be D tier. Like these are just plain. They don't really represent the city at all. These suck. Giants. I kind of like the Giants ones. They're bold. Kind of remind me of the Padres ones, except not as bold as those. But I feel like they're honestly slightly better than these. Except the Golden Gate Bridge was cool in those, but they're just kind of like bold and stuff. Which I, once again, I like that. So I'll probably put these in B tier. Ahead of the Marlins slightly. Rockies, these are probably worse than the original ones. It almost looks like, it looks like these are almost made in this like canvas. Like they look very like generic in a way. Like the hats, I mean, yeah, it's a cool logo, I guess, but the Rockies look so big and the font sucks. And then yeah, like I don't like when you like have two different colors that are like on the same jersey. Right, like purple jersey, what the heck? No, these are pretty bad. Probably put these in the last C spot. These are the worst jerseys possible. Like, if these are trying to like replicate the Bulls jerseys, like these are horrible. I mean, like look up Bull City Connects, it's probably gonna pop up. Exactly. Like, I mean, I guess it's kind of like city inspiration, but it's like they're taking inspiration from another team in the city. It's kind of weird. And then like red pinstripes does not work at all when you got like black pants in MLB. Like these jerseys kind of like not even good on the Bulls, and then try to like replicate this like for an MLB team, like that does not fit at all. And then, yeah, they pretty much just stole that, and they have this ugly hat. Like these are just disastrous. The A is not bad. The A City Connects. It's not gonna pop up. Braves City Connects. These are honestly good. They've grown on me. I mean, the A is kind of cool. It's a little like classic compared to the other uniforms, but it's fine honestly. Probably like a B tier. Not the best, but not the worst. But it's in front of the Miami because I just don't like the Miami font at all. Probably behind Giants still. Baltimore, once again, really classic. Some of these are really bold, some of these are really classic. Like Baltimore City Connects. I mean, they got like these, it's weird, like they have this like really like, vibrant colors on these sides, which look really weird. And then like they have it like around the neck. But then like the uniform's so plain, it just doesn't balance well. They're trying to make contrast, but it just doesn't go well. So probably put these behind the Rockies, honestly. Maybe in front of the Rockies, because the Rockies are just too bold. The Cubs, dude. The old City Connects sucked, but these are actually fire, dude. Like they made up for it. I didn't realize these were City Connects at first. But are these City Connects? Yeah, I thought that's alternative uniforms. I guess I retired the Wrigleyville, so these are the new ones. Which I'm fine with them retiring the Wrigleyville ones. Those were not good. But these are fire, dude, I'm telling you. Like, the light blue and the red, like, it goes to Chicago so well in the Chicago thing. And these are tough. Like, it looks good to the eyes, you know? Put these in A tier. Probably not S tier yet, but those are really good. Cincy, these are another A tier. Probably right behind the Cubs, but I like those. The retro kind of style, it's cool. Cleveland, these are kind of plain. Put these behind the Serpientes. Probably behind them. I mean, it's like literally abbreviation on a uniform. Like, what? Yeah, why do you put an abbreviation on a uniform? That's kind of weird. Unless it's like DC, right? Like Clee. Like, what is that? It's so weird. Alright, Motor City, these are tough. Motor City, gonna put them in A tier. Probably put these the best ones yet. Actually, I put the right behind the Cubs ones. KC, not really the best, not the worst. Angels, these are decent. Probably put these at the top of B tier. Los Angeles, once again, they're still so plain. Like, people complain about how plain they are, and they made them so plain still. So, like, probably put them behind KC, because KC is plain, but at least they got, like, a unique logo, kind of. Probably put them there. Minnesota, I like these a lot. Put these in A. Behind Cincinnati. Toronto, these might be one of my favorites yet. They're A tier easily. Put them probably behind Motor City. There we go. The Lou. Probably B tier. Behind Angels. Trying to go through this a little faster. Been talking for a while. My voice kind of hurts. Crap. Tampa Bay. Probably put this in. What are we gonna put Tampa Bay? These are probably B tier. Like, they're kind of sick, but like probably just behind the Giants. But I kind of like kind of represents Tampa Bay well with like the cool stuff. NYC, these suck. I don't care. They're in D tier. They're only. I mean, this is New York, and these are just so plain. Like, it's just a vibrant city. These are so plain. Philly. It's kind of good, honestly. Put these in B. Pittsburgh, I like. Okay, I guess I was just hating on the abbreviations, but PGH, it's weird having it on a jersey, but it's better than Clee. So, like, I don't like the abbreviation. I feel like the Pirates, saying Pirates better, or Pittsburgh, but I'm probably gonna put them like here still. All right, Seattle. These are tough. A tier. Texas. These are growing on me, honestly. They're not as horrible compared to how many horrible ones have been released since then. Probably put them on the top of C tier. Already had these. Brew Crew. A tier here. Let's sort out A tier a bit. Seattle's probably going to go up. Yeah. I think the pants are like black, so I don't really like that. Like, black pants doesn't go well with that. Brew Crew's probably in front of Cincy. There you go. Honestly, I know people might hate me for the Cubs bias. I put Wrigley Field as number one. Put the Cubs City Connects as number one. But honestly, these City Connects, I mean, they just look good. Like, the Cubs logo looks so pristine. And then, like, honestly, it's my favorite uniforms for the Cubs, probably. And I like the Cubs uniforms all around. So maybe I could put Motor City or Toronto in front of it. Or Brew Crew, but probably just gonna stick with this, to be honest, guys. That's probably gonna be the stream for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. No S tiers, probably. This is no, like, super cool ones, in my opinion. Here. Maybe we should just do a random one now. Do I know? Should we do starting shortstops here? Let's do a tier list real quick for starting shortstops. Okay, but I know who half these people are. Let's do it for people we know. But what is this? Yeah, this is a goofy out tier list. Never mind. Should we just do MLB teams? I want to do MLB teams by how good all of them are. Alright, so how much by like how likely I think they are to win the World Series. And how bright their future outcome is. That's how I'm gonna rate all these teams, alright? How bright their future outcome is. Yankees. Think they have like a mediocre farm system, but they've always been like, obviously made it to the World Series last year, but they haven't been really like a great team in a while. Like they haven't won in 16 years, which for the Yankees feels like an eternity. So they still have a big franchise. Put them in like B tier, honestly, for like their future outlook. Mariners, I feel like they're actually starting to come together as a team. I think they still have a decent farm system. A. Rays, they're always decent. I feel like so I'll put them in B. Blue Jays, I mean they're good, but I still feel like their future isn't super bright, so probably B. Marlins, C, because they're actually coming together and starting to play. Like they're only 4 games under 500 actually. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. So I'm probably gonna put them in B for that reason. Because yeah, they're only 4 games under 500, and like they have a not very good roster. So obviously their guys are coming up and doing their job. Cardinals, the Cardinals still have a big future. Astros, yeah, I don't know that much about farm systems, so maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But I don't know. Here, I might just do this actually off how likely they are to win the World Series. Alright. Diamondbacks. World Series chance. D. I mean, they're not going to win the World Series. They're already selling on the deadline. No way they're going to make the playoffs. Or even if they did, there's no way they can win the World Series. Right? Braves. I'm putting D. I mean, there's like no way they make the playoffs, but like I feel like F's just like for teams like the Rockies or something, right? That like there's just no way they can even make the postseason at this point, right? So the Braves like still have a light chance, like 1%, 2%, but still, the Rockies have like a 0%. Orioles, dude, this is such a disappointing year for the Orioles. Red Sox, I'm put these in B tier, honestly. Like the Red Sox are a contender, and so are the Cubs. I'm gonna put these both in B. I'm gonna put the Cubs slightly ahead. Like both these teams are legitimately good. I think the Red Sox probably have a decently less chance than the Cubs. I think the Cubs probably like the 3rd or 4th highest in the MLB. But yeah, White Sox, they don't have a chance to win. Let's be honest. Reds, disappointing year once again. Don't really have a chance. Well, actually, no, they're above 500, are they? Okay, they might be above 500. Hold the phone. Wow. It's crazy, dude. Like, nobody is talking about the Reds at all. Because, like, they're not even that close to being in the wild card. But they're not even that bad still. It's crazy. Like, I mean, they're, once again, like 5 games over 500. That's not bad by any means. They actually might make the playoffs. Wow. Put that in C tier, honestly. Like, wow. Guardians, think they're below 500. Probably put them in front of the Diamondbacks, but they'll probably be sellers too. Tigers. I don't know. The thing is, they have an ace. They just don't have like a complete rounded batting order in a way. So hard to say. I'm putting them in B, but A's gonna be like an S tier. I might only have like 1 or 2 teams. I don't know. I might put the Cubs in front of because they already beat the Dodgers twice in the regular season. That's like and the Brewers. Thing is that they have the Brewers, but rather than the Brewers and the Dodgers, like they don't have a ton of competition in the NL, and if they can show up and play in the postseason, I feel like they're more likely to honestly make the World Series than the Tigers. And then the Astros, I don't know. There's like such an like they have like didn't Pena get injured the other day, and like they keep having these injuries, and they're somehow good despite not having like a roster, but like the injuries are hurting them. Put them at the end B tier because they're still a good team, but they're not super likely, honestly. Put them in C. I'm just not seeing it. Royals. Put them in top of D. They're just having a disappointing year, honestly. And I doubt they'll make the playoffs. Angels. End of D tier. Not that I think they're the best team in the MLB, but they won it last year, and honestly, their team's just overpowered, so they're probably the most likely. Marlins. They're not gonna win it this year, but they could actually be decent in the future if they could like come around. This is like still like a 10% chance they can make the playoffs this year, which is higher than some of the other teams they have down here. So honestly, I might put them in front of the Guardians for that reason. What's the Guardians record? Let's make sure. I think they're a few games under. Remember the Cubs swept them earlier. Oh, they're 500. All right. I'll put the Guardians in front of the Marlins. Then I'll probably put the Diamondbacks in front of the Marlins. All right, Brewers. Dude, the Brewers are so good this year. It's incredible. 8 tier. Twins. They're selling at the deadline. They got rid of Joan Duran, whatever. I think they just traded another guy too. Someone's telling me. I don't know. I'm really excited for the trade deadline later. But anyways, Twins. I'm gonna put them below the Guardians, and Diamondbacks. They just don't have it to be good this year after all the trades. Mets. Likely to win a World Series this year. Probably in front of the Red Sox. Probably right here, I'd say. They're a pretty good team. If they can trade out and get some assets at the deadline, that'd be good. Yankees. They're the Yankees, so I'm going to put them here. But I honestly don't think they're that good. Losing Soto was bigger than I thought it'd be. Even if their rotation's been maybe a bit better. But they have Judge. But rather than that, they're hitting. They have Bellinger, Judge, and then Ben Rice. But, I just don't feel like... I don't feel like things are clicking like they should be. They're only 10 games over, honestly, so... A's of Sacramento. Yeah, F. They're not. No. Well, actually, they did have that Nick Kurtz guy, so... Nick Kurtz is gonna, make them go undefeated for the rest of the season, trust. Phillies. How are the Phillies doing this year? I kind of forget. I think they're, not bad. No, they're 3 games over, at least. Yeah, 14. Wow. So they're battling with the Mets right now for top of the East. Yeah, the Marlins, once again. Who would have thought the Marlins would be 7 games better than the Braves this year? That's insane. How are the Braves so bad? I don't get that. They're horrible. They're 17 games under. That's incredible. Anyways, I feel like the Red Sox have a good chance. So I'm going to put the Mets, then Red Sox, and Phillies. Pirates. Not going to put them in F, but they're in back of D tier. Padres probably here in C. Giants probably end of C. Mariners. They just got Eugenio Suarez, so. Do you hear me out? Screw the Yankees, bro. The Yankees are bottom B. Because these rankings are in order. So, this, yeah. Cardinals. They're 500, I think, exactly right now. Probably put them in their C tier team, but not going to win it, let's be honest. Rays. Might put them down here. Dude, the Giants just need to get rid of Verlander, bro. He's doing so bad this year. It's Verlander. It's not sure. Yeah, it's Verlander, I think. Anyways. Rays. I think they're getting rid of some stuff at the deadline, is my guess. If I remember, they're below 500. Yes, by game, but they're only 9.5 games back. Yeah, competitive American League. NLL is competitive, but I don't think they have a shot, to be honest. D tier. Rangers. Dude, what is happening with the Rangers? You remember they won it all 2 years ago? And now it's they're just... they might be okay this year. Last year, they're 10 games under. This year, yeah, they're 57, 52. Slightly above average. Wow, the Angels are 53 and 56. Wow. I did not know that. Wow. Maybe the Angels will be. Holy crap. But the Rangers... probably put them in... the Padres. Padres might actually be up here. But I tell you, the Astros do not have a team to win it all this year. Blue Jays. Blue Jays are up here. They're actually doing so good somehow this year. The Nationals. Yeah, that's probably a good list. Most likely teams to win the World Series in order. Yeah. Well, the Brewers actually haven't been good in the postseason in the past, so let's change that a bit. Steos choke. So here you go. That's my odds. There you go. That's my odds. Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Oops. Not sure how many people we got to watch it. But hope you guys liked it. That's gonna be all for today. Again, hopefully you enjoyed. If you guys want me to do streams in the future, I will gladly do that. Glad I can make this work, because originally it would not work. But yeah, make sure to subscribe, guys. Try and get to 800 subscribers in the next month or so. That'd be amazing, guys. Thanks.